We're doing another Marvel Snap live stream, and today we're playing with the most underrated card in Marvel Snap by far. I think everyone sleeps on this card. I think secretly this card is very bloody good, but in particular in a specific archetype. Now, I've been trying to use Kang in this archetype a little bit in the past, but it hasn't made sense, and there's a couple reasons why, and we'll talk about the archetype in a minute. Firstly, there was the Alioth meta, where Alioth completely shut down Kang and made this card even worse than it ever was before. And basically because Alioth, even if you had initiative, right, Alioth would just kill any card. So if they were going first, they Alioth, your Kang wouldn't go through at all, which would still work. So Alioth is a big counter to Kang, but fortunately Alioth is almost nowhere to be seen. The other card which can counter Kang is Cosmo. Also not super popular, right? But particularly when the Alioth meta, that was the last time I tried to use Kang in this deck, it sucked. Now, more recently, last month, I also was considering using Kang in this archetype, but actually Blob just made so much more sense. And Kang had big anti-synergy with the Blob. So we're not going to be going for the Blob, obviously, since he got nerfed. Alioth's no longer really around. And Kang inherently gets so much better if people aren't playing Kang. Kang has been around for so long now and no one bothers with him, right? When he first came out, everyone was playing Kang, so it became very predictable, whereas now it is the opposite. So actually Kang, in theory, the less popular Kang is, the better he should become because it's more of a surprise. I think Kang's going to pop off for us today. Now, what is the deck I'm talking about? So firstly, let's talk about Kang as a card. Why is this card, in my opinion, very underrated? So if you draw Kang on turn 5 and you play Kang the same turn, you're essentially turning your deck into an 11 card deck. Now, one problem with that is also that's the same if you draw him on turn 6 and you play him on turn 6, you're essentially turning your deck into an 11 card deck because you draw your top card of the deck, but Kang's disappeared. So you're improving your consistency. Now, one big bit of anti-synergy that Kang used to have as well is America Chavez was such an insane card, which many of you know I was saying from day one and no one really believed me until eventually she got nerfed. Long overdue. I was saying for years, or at least a year, that she should be heavily nerfed and reworked. But now Kang is, in theory, the best consistency tool in Marvel Snap because if you draw it on turn 5 or turn 6, and you play it on that turn, you've got an 11 card deck. But that's not enough on its own, right? Obviously, you've got the cube equity part of Kang where you can snap and you hope that your opponent retreats. You've also got that advantage of just seeing what your opponent's got. So that's interesting. But if you're drawing it between the turns of 1 and 4, it is just a useless card in your hand. Not exactly useless because you're still getting that information. So really it's when Kang is drawn on turn 5 or turn 6 in the vast majority of decks where he actually does become, unironically in my opinion, the best card in the game. And I'm dead serious about that, by the way, because he is literally thinning your deck, turning your deck into an 11 card deck while giving you a ton of information, while also potentially just winning you cubes for free because you snap and your opponent retreats, right? So I think Kang is super underrated because of how valuable he is when you draw him on turn 5 or turn 6. But in this deck that we're going to be playing, he's also very valuable if you draw him on turns 1 to 4. And that's because he is going to give us 1 card less in our hand. We draw Kang on turn 1, we play him on turn 6, we get to see what our opponent does. They might retreat, of course, as well. So he might just win us cubes like that. But then if the Kang goes through, not only do we get that information, but also we have 1 card less in hand. Now, what kind of deck could that be important in, I hear you ask? Well, I haven't built the deck yet. We're going to be building it as we go. But it's Dracula. Dracula Hand Dump is the deck for Kang. Because we want to hit the Infinite, basically, right? So obviously we're going to be playing lots of big cards. We're going to be playing Infinite. We'll probably be playing like Giganto. We're going to be playing Ghost Rider, most likely as well, right? So let's have a look at what the deck's going to look like. So we've got the Kang, we've got the Dracula, we've got the Infinite, which is a nice start. Again, I was playing this deck last season. I didn't end up making a video on it. I did do a little YouTube live stream, and I was pretty impressed with the deck overall, but it was very bad into Blob. Very bad into Thanos, rather. And we were also playing a Blob of our own because, like, you could, like, Ghost Rider it, and we have, like, Red Skull and all this kind of stuff. So we're going to see exactly how the deck looks, but certainly we're going to want Ghost Rider. We're going to want Lady Sif. We're going to want Blade. We're going to want the Black Knight as well, which I think is one of the better cards in the game right now. So where's my old Ghost Rider friend? There he is. I'm taking ages over this. We're going to put Sif in the deck. We're going to put Blade and Black Knight in the deck, and already we're getting somewhere. Probably Red Skull as well, I would imagine, because it's a 15-point card, which can be very good for Black Knight. It can be very good for Dracula as well. And it's also just an okay turn 5 play at times as well. So Red Skull. Now we've only got 4 cards left to put in the deck. And I'm going to see what the people in the stream are saying. Welcome in, everyone. If you're enjoying the stream, give the YouTube stream a like. That'll be awesome. Who have we got? We've got Kitsch. We've got Primer. We've got Gabriel. Strong Guy. Would Ravona be a good fit to use him on turn 4? That's an interesting idea, Lucas. We're not interested in using Kang earlier. Ideally, we just want to play Kang on turn 6. That's where we're going to get our most value from him, I would wager. Storm is definitely a consideration in a deck like this as well, because we can go Storm on turn 3, Dracula or Ghost Rider on turn 4. So Storm is a consideration. Vision is also not bad for that reason, because it's good with Storm. It's good as a target for all of these as well. Black Cat's an interesting shout as well. Let's take a look at Black Cat. So let's think about the good things and bad things about Black Cat. Black Cat's good for emptying our hand, which is good for Dracula, definitely. It also guarantees a Ghost Rider pull. But then you could also argue that's not necessarily what we want to be Ghost Riding, right? We want to be Ghost Riding the Infinite, for example. Sunspot for Infinite skip is also an interesting idea. My face when Lady Sif discards Kang and it becomes a 4-0 blade. I mean, yeah, but we have full agency over that, right? So we're not going to worry. That's not going to happen. We can definitely put in another big card, right? I think Magneto. Scar is also definitely a consideration in this deck as well, interestingly. It might just cost 4. I think Scar probably does make the cut just about in this deck, but it might not. Yeah, Magneto I think we can safely put in. I think we can also safely put in the Giganto as well. It's just a big statted card for our Sif. So not looking bad so far. Wouldn't be surprised if we try the Scar out as well. We could also be playing like a Zabu, for example. Jubilee doesn't look terrible in this deck either, in fairness. I don't think I want to go down the Lockjaw route. Lockjaw's an interesting proposition, though. Sarah Shang, Zabu stuff. Hela, someone suggested. I don't think we want Hela. I think Ghost Rider does what Hela does for us, pretty much. We're going more down the Ghost Rider route. Apocalypse, again, I don't think we're particularly interested in. So it looks like we might just want some stuff which can play on curve a little bit. So I think Storm and Vision could be a pretty interesting idea. I think Storm and Vision is the most likely way we're going to go with this. Having played a very similar deck to this last season, I did quite enjoy Storm and Vision. I also think Legion is worth an idea. It can be a nice turn 6 play. We could go like Blade and Legion, for example, particularly against stuff like Magic, right? Legion can farm us some cubes. It's got a decent sized body. Zabu is also an option. We could also then go Jubilee, because we've got so many big targets to try and hit with Jubilee. If we don't want to go down the Storm and Vision route, these are all options. I don't think I'm interested in Enchantress, to be honest. Jubilee and Howard the Duck. Well, Jubilee's definitely an option, especially if we go Zabu. So actually, interestingly, Zabu Jubilee is the kind of setup I have used in the past with this deck, but with Blob, it didn't make as much sense. Blob was too good in this deck not to play. It isn't anymore because it has anti-synergy with Sif and stuff, but Jubilee Zabu is definitely a route we could go down. Zabu also just gives us a nice curve, right? I think Zabu actually just seems good. I'm not really sure we want to go down the Storm route. I think this is probably the deck we'll go for to begin with. This gives us the option of going like Dracula Jubilee, Dracula Ghost Rider on turn 6. Also, the Ebony Blade is cheaper. This is the setup, right? I think this is probably just going to be the deck. Apparently, Kang is my homie, guys. I'm supposed to say homie, but he's my homie, apparently. So let's run with this to start off with. Other considerations is Storm Vision instead of like Zabu, but I kind of like the look of this. I'm actually very happy with this, to be honest. Like Jubilee Infinite, yes, please. So we are at Infinite. I got there yesterday with a video coming out on that tomorrow. What a deck it is, by the way. What a flipping deck it is that I got to Infinite yesterday with Electra. Oh, baby. That's not a bad start. Okay, we'll start off with the Black Knight. We won't snap just yet because we don't know what card's going to come into the far right of our hand. Oh my god. Spider-Man point. Oh, the timing! The timing, ladies and gents. Let's ask them to snap because we're in such a good spot. Snap. Yeah, boy. Okay, hello. We're cooking. We are missing the turn 3, and this is like another example of where Zabu is just going to give us a little bit more consistency, right? If we find Zabu on 2, if we don't find Sif, we can play like Dracula, Jubilee, Ghost Rider, Benny Blade on this turn. So far, so we're looking pretty good, I would say. I'm liking the vibe of the deck already. I'm so excited to be playing Kang, by the way. Really do think it's such an underrated card. Stegron. Go on into Murder World. It doesn't work like that. No! My Dracula! No! Looks like we're playing very similar decks, interestingly. I haven't seen too many of the decks people are playing with Ebony Blade. Obviously, we could go for the skip and then Infinite. I'm not really sure it makes that much sense to go for, though. I suppose it does, because on 6 we could play Ebony Blade plus Ghost Rider or Ebony Blade plus Kang. So let's actually go for the skip on 4 to play the Infinite on 5. Not something you get to do every day. Guys, if you're enjoying the stream on YouTube, please give it a like. It helps out a bunch. It really, really does. Also, just say hello in the chat. Great to see so many people on Twitch as well. So the decision on Infinite is where do we go. I suppose we'll just match up the Ebony Blade to get a little bit ahead. Magneto's also interesting to move the Ebony Blade away, perhaps. They go White Tiger, which is not a card I was anticipating that they would be playing. So flipping happy. All right, and we've got the Jubilee Ebony Blade. Jubilee can also hit Kang. It could hit Sif. Oh, I could hit Ghost Rider. I shouldn't have played the Jubilee middle. Oh, Lord. Please hit the Kang. Come on, Kang. Yes, Kang, my boy. Kang, my boy. No, Kang, we were winning without you, mate. What are you doing, bruv? Kang, you suck. Kang, what are you doing? This is the thing with Kang. So many people are going to see this now and be like, oh my god, Kang just cost you all these cubes. And okay, kind of, but kind of not. I think that's a little bit harsh. I'm going to play it differently this time. Oh my goodness. Will they just run? I'd be very happy if they just run, to be honest with you. Is it Ghost Rider? It's the Sif, unfortunately. That might mean they have it. It's the Ghost Rider. We win tiebreaker, right? Let's go! Woo! Never in doubt, 8 cubes. It's all Kang, mate. It's all Kang. 8 cubes to start this off. Let's flip and climb. This deck's a juicy. You can tell it already, guys. You can flip and tell it. I've got the energy. I'm enjoying the game at the moment. I'm feeling good. Let's flip and climb, mate. I want to show people who's the boss. I want to get to like rank 10 or something. I don't know. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, but come on. I'm out here. I got the spicy decks. Kang almost lost 8 cubes. Don't disrespect Kang. Kang is very good. Played a Shield deck with Legion. Interesting. Yeah, I can see it. Okay. I mean, obviously they're snapping probably because of Citadel. Legion is also a very serious consideration for us in this one. Okay. I mean, we're going to Zabu the left still. Oh, are we? Well, they're not going to Zabu the left. Interesting. We lost Sif. I'm not going to snap them because they're probably playing Dark Hawk still, right? Perhaps Magneto could help us out, moving it away from Citadel then. Oh. Hard not to snap with a Sakaar that's guaranteed value like this, right? Kang is my new Chavez. Well, Kang has become better now that Chavez got nerfed. It does make more sense now. That storm's pretty scary for us. Jubilee, Ghost Rider would be okay. Unfortunately, we low roll on the pool as well. Bit of a bummer. Uh-oh. This is not the card we want to see at this moment in time. Okay. This didn't go too well. In fairness, this was a dodgy game. Sakaar and Sokovia lowered 2 cards from our hand, right? The whole idea of our deck is that we are going to be emptying our hand very consistently. So I think we've got to have a little bit of leeway here. Let's see what they go for anyway. Oh no! The Kang got live, chat! There's no way it happened! Kang just cost me 8 cubes in the second flipping game of the day. Oh! Oh! Kang giveth, Kang take away. We talked in the intro for a long time about Kang being Alioth being the big Kang counter. Oh my god. I mean, to be fair, it was probably a misplay on my positioning, right? It was probably always supposed to go mid on reflection.
Escaped.
Yeah, we're running. You missed the Twitch clickbait title. So what about my title are you defining as clickbait? Are you defining my title as clickbait because it's a title that I want people to click on? Because yes, that is the function of a title. Bella, good to see you though. Hope you're well. Let's go stream streak Dark Geed. I really appreciate it. This is the new schedule. We're live at this time most days. That's the plan. We've got a Disney Lorcana tournament in 2.5 hours as well, which I'm really excited for. Lemire on 2 with Zabu is a bummer. Real bummer. Hopefully we hit the Sif. Yeah, bit of a heartbreaker. I mean, the good news is they haven't played anything. So, we could hit Ghost Rider still, which doesn't do much. So I suppose we just go for the Dracula for now. We won't snap because we've got Kang snap for later. Good to see you, Johnny. Stretch it however you want. What is clickbait about it then? Honestly, don't annoy me, please. You're annoying me. Let's go for the Red Skull here. Black Cat's still a card we can consider as well. So, Jubilee is Sif or Infinite. Well, they snap. Guess what? We'll snap back. Yo, Salaman with the bits. Thanks so much. Kang thinning your deck just on the specific draws when you have enough mana to play him, so Kang is missing from the draw.
Minions to me.
Okay. Well, I don't think we're going to stick around in this one. The title... The bait comes from misrepresenting the title. I mean, guys, please. Please. The title is literally... What is the title on Twitch? I think it's the same as it is on YouTube. Kang is secretly amazing in this spicy deck. How is that? How is that clickbait? Kang is secretly amazing in this spicy deck.
Escaped.
Jesus Christ, man. Bella, you're actually talking out of your bottom. I'm going to be honest. You're actually annoying me. Stop bringing down my vibes. I was on such good energy, mate. All right. Is this a flipping hot location or something, guys? What? This is cucking us so hard. Okay, Sif is a really good find here. Okay. We'll take the Dracula off to the Necroshah. Jubilee. We could hit Ghost Rider, which would be fine. The Blade and the Black Knight wouldn't be great, though. Let's just take the Dracula for now. Quite like Red Skull off to the right. Not really sure on my Dracula positioning. I think I shouldn't have gone for it like this. Because Red Skull's just too good at Necroshah, right? Because they're not incentivized to play many cards here. One love as well, Bella, by the way. Sorry if I've been rude. I'm not trying to, like, I saw the comment and I'm not trying to shirk from it. Like, there's nothing wrong with my title. So it did trigger me to read that. Okay, Rock is a bit of a problem, let's be honest. Easiest snap of my life, of course. We're very, very happy to just take one Kang cube here. But the thing is, Kang is secretly amazing in this deck. Like, Kang is probably optimal in this deck, and it's a pretty spicy list. So, unfortunately, this one's not going to be possible to win. I definitely got the Red Skull positioning wrong. Now, the interesting thing is, we could go for the Jubilee. Jubilee Infernaut would take it. Jubilee Ghost Rider would take it. We have one Rock in our deck as well. So it's two cards out of 5 would take it. Also, the Giganto is worth a consideration because if they switch where Sentry and Demon play, then Giganto is enough to take it. So there's 2 different approaches. Well, there's 3 approaches. We could run, which is boring. We can go for the Giganto, and we Kang, basically, we say that we're going to bamboozle them with Kang, and they're going to change where they play stuff. Or we can go for the Jubilee, which Jubilee is winning. Ghost Rider's 4. Is Jubilee even winning? Gonna go for this line. Say that they maybe change their play. Oh? Oh? Kang for victory! Kang, 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 Kang.
Victory.
Kang is the man, ladies and gents, apparently. Haha. We're in their head, boy. We're in their head, boy. Love it. I flipping love Kang. I think Kang is so underrated. I really, really do. And the fact that it actually has so much synergy in this deck is what makes it so exciting. Like, being able to empty your hand. So Kang is the best card in the game, in theory, when you draw it on turn 5 or turn 6 and you play at the same turn, because you're turning your deck into an 11-card deck. Chavez is no longer a card that exists, which has inherently made Kang better, because you're not fighting with Chavez for that consistency. And obviously in this deck, if you draw in turns 1 to 4, it's giving you 1 less card in hand for your Dracula to increase the odds of your Dracula hitting a big card. I'm snapping this hand. I've got Black Knight Zabu. Do you like to double pressure bluff? Like snap on the camp plan and snap again? Yeah, that's something I was actually considering doing in the last game. I was considering snapping, honestly. I decided not to go for it though in the end. Obviously we'd like to try and get ahead in Blackstone. The question is how good is Jubilee at this moment in time? It's pretty good except on Blade and Ghost Rider. I kind of like the odds. I don't really care about the extra energy myself. It's more that I just want to deny it for my opponent, right? Maybe Dracula's fine though, because the odds of like something moving is pretty high anyway. Let's just go for the Dracula for now. I don't know if this was correct though. We were going to hit the Blade, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. Odds on Jubilee hitting something good are very high here. We'll hold the Blade. We don't want to discard Sif, I don't think. Anything but Ghost Rider. Obviously Red Skull the second worst. Everything else is very good here. Brilliant. So we're probably just going to be retreating this one hit. I'm not even going to bother with the Kang. Let's just go next.
Escape.
So far Jubilee's not been great, but this is a bit unfortunate. Snap? Question mark? That is the most brain dead emote I've ever seen when people do that. It's like, snap? Question mark? You lost, my boy? And you snapped? What are you, stupid? It's like, yeah, that's how you play the game. You have to snap aggressively and take risks. Appreciate everyone being here. Hope you're having a good time. Doing the math 1 min. Nice name. Ant-Man. Oh, look at this Blade and Kang synergy, guys. That's insane. And you guys said that Kang's bad in this deck? Ghost? That's not a real card. I think my opponent's hacking, mate. Okay. We got very unlucky in these few games in terms of the order we've drawn everything in, right? Really unlucky. Mobius can be pulled by Magneto, interestingly. I kind of like our chances here, you know. I guess the question is like, are we actually going to be winning the right? Probably not. We'll go Kang mid just because it's can't get Alioth or Cosmo. Come on, Kang, give us some random cubes. Unfortunately, we pull the Dazzler, right? We pull the Dazzler. Oh my god, Kang gives us the intel. We ain't staying, mate. Is there any way we could beat that? I don't think so, right?
Time isn't what you think.
This game, we didn't play a card for the first 3 turns.
Escape.
They have Ghost. They have Ghost. Pretty cool to see Ghost. Yeah, Dazzler is another card I wanted to try out. Actually, that deck seems pretty cool. Dazzler, Thanos. I guess is probably the best tone for Dazzler. I was considering trying her in Surfer, but I wasn't really inspired enough by it. And I'm also missing like some 3-cost cards I wanted to play. Like I want to try Jean Grey and Gladiator, but I've not got those cards. Dazzler Patriot was something I was considering as well, but I don't think it would actually make the cut. I think there's better options. I'm actually going to snap here because the Sif is such a good draw when we've got this Black Knight down. Cool.
Victory.
Strong to abuse the wave Scar play. Scar's not looking like a great card overall, is it, to be honest? We could play Scar in this deck. It could do a job, but I think it's not quite worth it. Awkward hand again. Very nice card to find. The best card to have found here, probably. Zabu also would have been decent. Jeff and Zabu. Okay, that's also interesting. We've got a snap. We've got the Ghost Rider into Infinite. We've got the Ebony Blade. Of course, we don't play the Blade at this moment in time because it's just a cheap card we can dump later. By the way, I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is the best way to play Discard in general and Black Knight in general. And I actually do think the Kang is optimal. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that. Let's take the Ghost Rider, probably just on its own for now. Maybe we could just take the Dracula. Let's just go Dracula. It's more hidden points, right? For later. This might just be a bad decision, but I have so much energy, I think we should be fine. The question with Kang now is, do we want to thin our deck or do we want to have less cards in hand and perhaps get a retreat from them? I think we'd rather have less cards in hand because I played the Dracula, which I probably wasn't supposed to do, if I'm honest. We can't play the Blade just yet. Sorry, the Ghost Rider just yet. Go here with the Ebony Blade, I guess. Yo, Bane, great to see you. Just watched your Dagger video. Did you enjoy it? Cooler. Got another video coming out tomorrow, which I'm really excited for. The Electra Lockdown, which absolutely popped off yesterday. We will go for the Kang play still. Empties our hand, of course, for Dracula odds. Unfortunately, we can't quite play the Ghost Rider and the Jubilee. Which I think is why the Dracula actually was just a misplay. Truth be told, I was never supposed to go for it. Kang, on reveal, you get to look at what your opponent does, and the turn restarts, and then he disappears from your hand. So he increases the odds of Dracula hitting a good card, but also like here, I'm staying for 4 cubes, which usually would be a risk, but Kang is like making it a non-risk. So our opponent snaps. We get to see exactly what they've got. Jeff goes central, is their plan. 12-point Ebony Blade, a Lady Sif. Is it also a Ghost Rider? It is. Ghost Rider's always going to pull Infinite. That's pretty scary. Having said that, I have a lot of points ourselves. I don't even know what this Jeff move was. It wasn't even enough for them to get there. So they probably realised the error of their ways now. So the problem with Blade is it means that Dracula's just not ever hitting anything we want. Just a 1 point. I definitely shouldn't have played the Dracula, mate. I think we just go for the most points we can off to the right. Or to the left. Which, to be fair, the most points we can get off to the left is not playing Blade, and we just take the 1 in 3 on Magneto. I think I'm just going to go for this line. Wait, I thought it was always going to hit the Infinite. How interesting. Maybe it's because of the order they put their cards in. Actually lose tiebreaker here. Or do we lose the tiebreaker here? No, we don't. Oh, baby. I thought Ghost Rider was always going to be pulling the same card, but perhaps it's just because of the order they played their stuff in. He played Blade first on Kang turn. So what was the difference? They changed the order of Blade and Sith? I don't know. Any explainers? Order of Sith? Very interesting. Man, I love Kang. What a card. Again, I've been wanting to play this deck for a while with Kang, but Alioth meta, it just made no sense to play it. And then this deck just was a blob deck last season. Did your Ghost Rider change your RNG? It shouldn't have. I think it's the order that they discarded their cards in that made the difference. I have no idea for your couch on Twitch drops. Chat might know. What was that got destroyed? Black Knight. That's a bit of a bummer. Big shout out to the people watching on YouTube as well. We're on 15 likes. If we could up that number, that would be awesome. Big shout out to the Twitchers, of course, too. Real shame. I was going to say it was a real shame that Ebony Blade got milled, but actually it worked out for us because it's what put Infinite on the top. Now, what we could do is just Dracula here. They're going to expect the Ghost Rider, so we just go Dracula. And then we have the Ghost Rider hidden in Dream Dimension instead. We do need to be careful of Magneto moving it away. Thanks, Johnny. Ultron? That is bloody scary. Can we beat that? So it's Patriot Mystique mid. Holy moly. I thought we were so in the clear here, but I'm not really convinced that we are. I'm trying to think what turn they played these cards on. They played Forge on 1. It's got to be Patriot Mystique mid, right? I think we've got to run. I would have stayed in this if it wasn't for Kang. I'm not going to lie. GG Kang. I'd say so far Kang's performed very well, apart from the whole Alioth moment where we lost 8 cubes. Oh, we need to upgrade our Kang. What am I doing? Gimme, gimme, gimme. I don't think I have a Kang variant. Rip. Animated frame. I haven't checked out like this new border thing that you can do. Overlay's looking weird. Yeah, it's just mid-game. It's just in the menus. It should be fine in-game. There might be a better way of doing it. Does this happen with other people, or is this just with me? was bugging out when it first came out. I'm drew a Series 3 card. Is this Series 3 now? Yeah. How do you do like the border changing stuff? Nobody knows. Can you even do it yet? Don't think it's out yet? Okay. You got Pixel Kang? I'm jealous. I am jealous. Bar with no name, eh? I'm snapping because I've got Black Knight Zabu. Nice one, Magic. I definitely recommend the Lockdown deck I was playing yesterday. I think it's very, very good. Interesting. A little bit overzealous with the snap, apparently. Probably good for us because of Reality Stone, right? So we're going to go Red Skull on 5. Ghost Rider plus something else on 6. Ghost Rider Blade on 6. Oh, well that stopped that play. So it's Ghost Rider on 5 instead. And then Ebony Blade Jubilee or Ebony Blade Dracula on the last turn. What was it that got discarded? Giganto. Let's just go off to the left with it. Hey, Elliot, good to see you. It's a bit sad what they did Galactus. I still don't own Galactus. Fun fact. Agreed, though. It's pretty cringe that they just killed the card. What does it even do exactly these days? If you win in this location, it's your only card to destroy other locations. Yeah, that's pretty heartbreaking. I imagine it will get buffed again at some point. Vision. Come on, the Jubilee. That's not bad either. That's probably even better, in fact. So the question is, how do we play this one? I guess we just play it like this. Pretty simple, right? Kang, off the top here, would have been increasing our odds of finding like the Jubilee or the Ebony Blade, but it wouldn't have emptied our hand because it also could have just put Blade in hand, right? Okay. Nice. Should wait for a snap, see if they're on Shang, right? I get you. I'm not much of a waiter around. I really hate that it's optimal to you should be able to, if your opponent snaps you, you should be able to change your play. In my opinion. I ain't got time to wait around, you know. Sometimes I get certain deck players I don't. I hear that. It's definitely a good idea. Thanks for the likes on YouTube, guys. We're on 21 likes. Okay. I mean, we've got a snap, haven't we?
Oh, snap.
Black Knight Zabu curve. Too good not to. Hey, Vinicius. Great to see you. So, yeah, guys, in 2.5 hours, we're going to be playing in Tia's $1,000 Disney Lorcana tournament, which I'm really excited for. I'm also going to be casting the finals tomorrow if I don't make it to finals. Spoiler alert, I probably won't. Rip. So we could take the blade now on the red skull. Pretty good, right? And we just play Zabu a turn late. I think it's fine. Pretty happy to just be hitting the red skull. Silk, Nightcrawler, so most likely Craven, perhaps Magneto. Something we need to be wary of. Hey Spirit Monaco, great to see you. How does Lorcana compare to Snap? Well, Lorcana is a physical card game, but there is an online client for it. The deck building has 60 cards, so the deck building is a lot deeper. For sure. A lot more options. But also you have like 6 factions in Lorcana, as opposed to like this game just has like 1, right? It's a bit more of a card game. It's similar to Snap in that it's very accessible. But it's also quite different because it's... What do we do, by the way? I think just Ebony Blade, because that's the intel. They already know that we have the Ebony Blade. They don't know about the rest of the stuff, right? Big stats down the middle makes sense. Oh! Kind of a shame I didn't go left with it. Interesting one. The card we discarded was a red skull. I'd actually rather res the other guys, so I think I might just take the Sif here, honestly. The question is, do we want to Tarn-X V the Sif? Not really. Jubilee left, sure. But I was kind of hoping to Jubilee on the last turn. It's more surprise value. We probably don't want to Sif the Tarn-X, but we don't want to go here because then... Maybe it's fine to go here. It's a lot of points they need to get. Okay, they know exactly how many they need. But I think it might be fine to just go Sif here. It was going to happen anyway. Magneto can also pull stuff, which is interesting. We can also hit Kang off the top here. Feeling pretty good. I'm a bit scared that Jubilee hits Kang. I'd actually rather it doesn't. In fairness, having Kang in our deck guarantees that we're hitting the Dracula, but I don't want them to see the plays we've got, right? Unless they have some of the nuts. Let's see. Magneto. Pretty spooky, actually. We're hitting Thanos. Dracula's winning here, so... Nice. Magneto could make things a bit awkward. But now they're good. Captain Marvel just for good measure. Okay. This deck's popping off 8 cubes for your boy. Hello.
Victory.
Deck is really good, I think. So the deck I'm playing in the Lorcana tournament today is full-on aggro, which is what I did last week and said I would not do it again because it loses pretty hard to some of the most popular faction, which is Steel. Steel has lots of like cards which damage the whole board, and my deck has lots of very like I go wide and low to the floor, so they all get killed in like one fell swoop. But I'm gonna try my luck again with it. Pretty excited. But yeah, I'm good. Thanks, Spirit Molecule. Chilling. I was supposed to go to the gym this morning, but didn't actually manage to do it. I spent a bit too long in bed, but never mind. I've been to the gym the last 3 days in a row, so it's not a big deal. Hey, bro, that's good. How's things with you, mate? No Everton this weekend either to get me down, which is nice.
Oh, snap.
Let's actually just put both off to the right here. This deck is popping off, mate. Blob didn't really feel like it belonged in this deck either because your Sif could hit it. But with like so many big units, you kind of felt necessary to go for it. And that also meant the Jubilee got cut. You couldn't play Kang. So the fact that Blob got nerfed has definitely improved this deck overall. Not because we probably have less total points, but it just makes it feel like a more coherent deck. We're not just shoehorning Blob in. But moreover, the fact that our opponent can't play Blob is the nice thing, right? We don't lose that many points compared to how many points the average Blob deck was losing. We add a lot of consistency by removing the Blob. I'm actually super happy with this list, and I'm pretty sure this is actually a serious deck, and I'm pretty sure Kang is actually optimal. So, Bella, I'm awaiting your apologies for calling my title clickbait. Yo, Bursty, is Snap what all the old Gwent streamers are playing these days? Yeah, mainly. Okay, that's a bit of a bummer. That's a big bummer. X23 is interesting, though. Could be tricky for them. Let's go for the Dracula first because it's more hidden knowledge. X23 into Space Throne, please. So they have to Killmonger. Which they probably will be able to do still. But it could still land there, right? So because Killmonger's likely, we're not going to bother with Blade. And also, we don't want to anyway. Blade could be problematic if we're not careful. We actually want Kang to redraw us a card. So if we draw Kang on 5, we will play Kang because we actually want an extra card in hand with Elysium. Like the cost reduction is not something we're looking for, right? We want to still be able to play Blade and discard something. Otherwise, Dracula can hit the Blade. So Venom goes down the middle. No sign of Killmonger as of yet. Gonna Kang now to just get this extra card in hand. So we played an 11 card deck this game. Kang is insane. Like, Kang is the best card in the game in a situation like this. There's literally no downside of it. It just okay, in this situation, in this particular game. Oh my god, Nico gave them a second Venom. That is not a play I've ever seen before. That is filthy. Okay. I see it. I get it. I get it. But that also means that we're winning the right because they didn't Killmonger on 5. So we just need to stack one location, right? Well, I like this idea then. This just moves their Venom alongside the other Venom. Obviously, we also have a lot of stats there too, but... Obviously, it's bad if they have the null. They never have it, mate. Right, chat? Chat? Is this enough? How far behind are we? It's not enough. It doesn't look great for us. I'm going to play it out more for science. We lose to null. GG. Hey, Greasy. We could play Shang in our deck too, in fairness. Shang's definitely an option. I just think Shang in a hand dump deck is not it, right? Because you're forced to play it, pretty much. Which we don't want to be forced into doing it. We do have the Zabu, but yeah. I gotta get BK Black Knight. Is he gonna be in any caches soon? Yeah, I don't know. When is it out? Yeah. Anyone know when it comes out? Oh my god, it's Yennefer. I love Yennefer. Double Ghost Rider we can definitely do some stuff with. Hey Greasy. Yo, wide bid. Thanks for the follow. Welcome, mate. Guys, it's a competition on 91 viewers on Twitch, 67 on YouTube. YouTube's catching up. Jubilee, Dracula, Sif, all good here. Oh, I say that. I guess we actually Sif here, because it comes back later. Pog. Big moment for us, that. I mean, they didn't play anything yet. Ghost Rider on turn number... So the concern with Jubilee is if I hit Blade. Yeah, they run.
Victory.
I didn't play the correct Ghost Rider, no. I gave them the intel. You're right, thanks. I did that yesterday too. Yeah, no, makes sense. Thanks, guys. Oh, YouTube's catching up. Take the Black Knight, obviously. Meek, this card's really bad. It's actually quite good if you find it on turn 1 though. Which my opponent did. So if I get wrecked by Meek, okay, they have the God Curve. They're about to play Deacon or whatever he's called, Dakin. Well, this ain't ideal, is it? I'm not gonna bother with Blade at this point. I'm ready to retreat this game, to be fair. Thanks, Magic. I appreciate that, mate. Jubilee into Infernaut could save the day. Daking these nuts, boy. I've had worse turn 4s. So we go Blade and Ghost Rider. It's kind of a shame, innit? Overall. The order we drew everything. Oh, we could go Dracula. Dracula Blade. I suppose. We're not going to take the Ghost Rider, probably. We'll do a turn 5 Kang Snap still. I imagine it's Modok here for them. Certainly is. We have Swarms as well. I think we're not even going to bother with the Kang Snap here. We'll probably just go next, right? Magneto! We already played. I was going to say Magneto to the right is kind of interesting still. I mean, whatever. I guess we may as well Kang Snap. Waste everyone's time a little bit. Mate, I'm glad they nerfed Chavez. Chavez was in desperate need of a nerf. It made the deck building too easy. Like I actually want more depth in the deck building in Snap, and Chavez was doing the opposite of that. I mean, it does look very winnable, doesn't it? It does look very, very winnable. Do we ever go Sif Ghost Rider? Oh, we can't go Sif and Ghost Rider, can we? I have a Red Skull off Ghost Rider.
Your future is bleak.
Does negative zone still impact Dracula, by the way? Does it impact it now? Is that how it's working? So Ghost Rider. Swarm was 19 to the left. I don't think I can win, right? I think the line to win is like this and hope that Dracula high rolls, but that feels pretty bad. Dracula in my island's good now, right? Thanks. I feel like that's not even a good change, to be honest. I'm not really a fan of it, to be honest. Although it was always kind of weird that Dracula wasn't working. It didn't make that much sense, right? We just kind of got used to it. And it probably is more intuitive, but I don't like the change at all. Also, this Viper change is particularly cringe. I don't know what they were thinking. It's a shame we've missed the early curve because Kamartage is very good for us. The wording was on point. Yeah, they changed the wording, right? I guess. Yeah, the Jubilee value is definitely interesting, but unfortunately, we've missed the curve. The good news is they've not got many points themselves as of yet. Brilliant. I had a feeling that might happen. Jubilee value into all the one drops. The Viper change is so lame as well because they ruined one of my favorite OG combos, which is a big meme combo, but Viper onto Ebony more. So much fun. I actually want to try move bounce. I think move bounce looks like fun too.
Opponent snapped. Escaped.
For every scenario where Jack is worse, there's another scenario is better. I mean, he does have an extra point as well now, right? But being able to put Drac in negative zone was pretty awesome. Higher impact than just being able to put him in a location which is buffing stuff. Because you want like just one big card in a negative zone, for example. So I think it was enough. Oh, I thought I ended my turn already. Zabu and Bar with no name. I need to be a bit better with my snaps. I'm not going to snap on this occasion because I don't actually have the follow-up. We don't want to Ghost Rider. Oh, hello. Quickest snap of my life. Don't go left, Wolverine. Thank you. They have to commit a big play down the middle because of compound, so I figure we may as well put big stats down the middle. Of course, it does give them the option of Shang-Chiing us on 5 if they have Shang-Chi. But if they have Shang-Chi, they can't Shang-Chi us on 6 and catch us off guard, right? This could be Kang. There's actually not much good stuff to hit here. Dracula's the best by far. That's actually solid as well.
Clear for takeoff.
That was the best find as well. Magneto into Bar with no name is an option. It's going to pull the Deathlock. And potentially something else if they go like Venom or something this turn. You can't imagine they're interested in staying. Doesn't pull Wolverine. I would have been pretty worried if they. Yeah, we didn't really have a very good play particularly. I guess we could have gone like Black Knight, Red Skull right, Black Knight mid, for example, without Magneto. Would have been okay. Oh, imagine it's Zola. It can't be so. Why would it be Zola? Whew. Thank God for that. Thank goodness. GG.
Victory.
Yeah, Zola would be bad because of Bar. I was also thinking that for a second, though. We're certainly climbing. We've climbed like 5,000 ranks or so in an hour. But my rating is well below where it actually is in reality because I just hardly played in the last 6 months. I think I need to remind people that I'm actually quite okay at this video game sometimes. We could have considered snapping, honestly. We didn't play it in the same location. Why are you pointing at me, bro?
Snap.
I don't actually like this snap particularly. I kind of regret it already. Oh! Nice gladiator nerd. Okay, maybe the snap was quite good. Amazing. Absolutely brilliant. I don't really want to move the gladiator in here. I don't want a Jubilee left yet either. Ghost Rider left also just feels like it's giving them too much knowledge. I guess with Zabu I need to be careful because Shang-Chi middle is very likely, so let's do this. I didn't want to play into Death's Domain so early because it's kind of giving them more information than I would like. I'd like to catch them off guard with a play in here on the final turn, but in this instance I think we're left with little choice. The Kang. The return of the Kang. Ha 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 ha.
Your future is bleak.
Okay, so Jubilee could hit Sif, which would be a little bit scary. It's actually a weird one on how to play this, honestly. I actually think we're supposed to... Okay, they just run. Okay. Oh, they don't want it. This flipping gladiator. Right, Black Knight Jubilee. Yeah, makes sense. Yo, what's up, Billy Barnes? Great to see you. Kang needs rework. I think Kang's, like I said, I think Kang's a lot better than people give it credit for. I think this deck is in a pretty good spot to shine, and I think Kang belongs in it. This is an ongoing, right? Yeah. We just have such a good hand here. We have a very clear curve, Zabu on 2, Drac on 3, and then just Blade whenever we want. Oh no! So null is huge already. So pretty unfortunate. The mirror. Wait, someone added Spyro? Spyro here? I am confusion. Why did someone add Spyro, guys? Wrong chat? Yeah. Okay. Suddenly we're looking good again. Giganto, a really nice find at this moment. Oh no, not the Iceman on Kang. Whatever will I do? Lol. Lol lol lol. Lol lol lol. Do we ever play the She-Hulk? Probably not, right? I don't like the Jubilee because Sif can hit Kang. Wong? What? What? Okay, let's get Jubilee out of this hand. Probably. Just because of Dracula, it's making me anxious. Yo, Noah, what's up? Kang's actually good. I've been a believer in Kang the longest time. I always have been a Kang believer. I think it's incredibly underrated. And in this deck, it's got big synergy, so it really does make a lot of sense. Nice. That's a really good mill for us. Big man! See what they got up their sleeve? Magneto obviously can pull the Wong away, but we don't have initiative. It would also pull Beast. I'm infinite too, I'll have you know, my friend. Dude, we just got... The view count just jumped up loads. I guess someone ended the stream and flocked here. We didn't get a host.
Face the might of
Fight the... Oh, what a play, my boy. Now, this is where they leave, right? This is where they leave, and everyone's like, oh, Kang just cost you those cubes. It's like, no. Because my opponent never should have flipping stayed if this is their play. This is not Kang costing me anything. This is my opponent just being bad at the video game. And at a high level, this would not actually be impactful. And all I really care about is at a high level. Yeah, I got there yesterday with a lockdown deck. We absolutely smurfed. It's going to be my YouTube video for tomorrow. Electra lockdown, guys. If you're excited for that, make sure you check the YouTube. It's going to be up there tomorrow. Really, really, really proud of that deck. I think it's a belter. Ah, this one's also a belter. Helicarrier. Good job, my friend. Right, I'm just going to run to the loot real quick. 2 seconds.
victory.
Oi, 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 oi. Big man ting. Done no. Don't ask me if I wash my hands. I don't want to answer. All right, Disney Lorcana tournament in an hour and 20. Did I check in yet? Probably not. I don't think I checked in yet. Probably should do that now. Maybe check-in opens up an hour. Time to check in. Code. Check-in code. What does that even mean? Oh. Could not find registered deck? What do you mean? I think it's just a visual bug. I'm checked in. Cool. Sweet. You ever played the Persona games? No, mate, I haven't. There's so many games I've never played. All I played growing up was Call of Duty and FIFA. So there's so much stuff I've missed out on, to be completely frank. I also really want to get into Baldur's Gate soon. I bought it on release day and still haven't got around to it. So we'll probably play it on stream at some point. I'm hoping to... I think this is now the schedule. I'm going to be live at this time more often. I'm vibing with this as a schedule. Oh no, not the Kang -3. Celine's too strong. That's actually hilarious. Kang also countering Celine, the most meta card in the game, Kappa. Yet more Kang value. So we need another spicy deck for tomorrow as well. You guys got any spicy deck ideas for tomorrow? We might just continue playing this a bit more, to be fair. I also want to play the lockdown deck. I actually want to give the ladder a good run of trying to climb nice and high and let the people know I'm actually a serious gamer. Because no one knows that yet. Everyone's still unaware. I mean, the OGs know. Yeah, we have to take the Sif. I'm not going to snap. I was tempted to snap. The Nebula's a little strong though, isn't it? Vormir's fine because of Ebony Blade and also Tubes. That's a bit of a bummer. We're going for the raft value. Flip sake. I figure we lost.
Oh, snap.
We do have initiative, so we could Magneto the Void elsewhere. I don't have Magneto. What am I smoking? Magneto is my Ghost Rider. Jubilee low rolling, unfortunately. We might still be fine though, right? Maybe? Copium, maybe? Possibly? It is a shame we don't have the Magneto, truth be told. Imagine they retreat, Kang just randomly winning us cubes for no reason. Because we ain't winning from here. We could go Dracula. I guess it's always Ebony Blade, Dracula, Hulk. Mate, we do have a lot of bloody points. So we know what it is. Is it winnable? I don't think it's winnable. This Ghost Rider was such a low roll.
Your future is bleak.
So it's a 20-point swing on the Void, right? So don't I win if it hits Infinite? I do, right? 50-50?
Snap. Opponent snapped.
Alright. 50-50. Yeah, always snap the 50-50s, exactly. Wait, they play it differently. And we hit it anyway. Amazing. Amazing. Oh, baby, give me those 8 cubes. Kang! 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 Oh, I love it. Kang is so good. Chat. Where's Bella? Chat. Chat. Where's Bella? Are they still here? Bella said my title's clickbait. Bruv, I don't think I'm clickbaiting. I think I undersold the deck. Let's go. Really thought Galactus would win there? I mean, I would have thought Galactus was winning there too, to be completely frank. They wanted to mix up their play as well because we went for the... It was like the Kang mind games. Because we played Kang and then we snapped. We're like, oh, I'm winning. Change your name to Spicy Man, let's go. I do love deck building in Snap, but it often feels like everything's kind of solved. And I think this is actually like at this period of the game when the OTH patch and a big balance patch just came out is when I'm going to enjoy the game the most. But I do fear that I don't, once the meta's like very settled, I don't enjoy the game so much. And also the other thing is because like there's balance patches and new card, like when the new card comes out, everyone's playing the same stuff, right? And then when the balance patches come out, everyone's also kind of doing the same thing. So I'm always looking to try and be creative. And I think it's kind of why I struggle with Snap for a bit is that I just felt like there wasn't as many options in the deck builder and whatnot that I was really looking for. We'll take the Jubes because the Sif is good. It's just the Blade or the Zabu we don't want. The Zabu is not good. We'll go for the Jubes. Like, we're not in the best of spots, so we go for the high roll line. We could, of course, just gone Dracula. But, I think I prefer this. Morag could also end up elsewhere. Oh no! I snapped! I snapped thinking Morag was on the left, guys. I snapped thinking the Morag was on the left. What a donut. We do want to play the Blade, to be fair. I don't really want to discard the Ebony Blade, though, right? But we do equally want to empty the hand. We're not finding Zabu this game. I mean, I could Kang, in fairness, at this point. But to get my snap back... So the question is, do I get my snap back, or do I have Kang for turn 6? I think we'll take the snap back. I miss-snapped. Good thing I've got Kang. Easy. Okay. How do we win from here? Yo, Alex, GG, mate. You forgot about the raft? Yeah, Kang just delaying and delaying. Unlucky, mate. GG's. Well, perhaps we just want to play Blade on the last turn, to be fair. We just play Blade on the last turn, right? They actually changed their play. Very curious. Bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. What did they do? Flipping Kang, mate. It's in everyone's heads. They even have Kang avatar. I need this Kang avatar. How do I get that? Also, what is this border, by the way? There's no way I'm about to get Kanged on. Am I really about to get Kanged on, chat? Is Elsa terrible now? Because I didn't buy that card. She was too pay to win. I didn't want to go for it. Oh, it's from Spotlights. Wait, you can get avatars from Spotlights? Really? Okay, fair enough. We actually got wrecked. Hey, Cube L. Hey, Obi. Hey, Mage. Great to see you. You get a variant from the Spotlight caches? Okay. That's quite cool. I've never ever got a variant from a Spotlight cache. This is also me punished for playing Kang on 5. This was actually a game Kang would have saved my skin. So, Kang stonks are up. I used Kang on 5 because I missnapped. I snapped overzealously, thinking that the Morag ended up where their Shuri was, but then there was 2 of the Citadels. So actually, Kang would have saved the day there. And saved me a lot of bloody cubes. So Kang continues to pop off. I've just been on a big break. I haven't been enjoying Snap a whole bunch in recent months. But also, to be fair, I've just been burnt out with content creation and just like been on a big break from being at my computer, really, more than anything. Happy to be back, that's for sure. I'm really enjoying the game at the moment, as you can tell. I'm also like gonna be basically just playing when I'm enjoying the game more. If I'm not enjoying it, I'm just gonna stream other stuff. Playing Lorcana offline. Haven't actually played that much Lorcana offline, honestly. Not as much as I would like to. I've played a little bit offline, but I mainly play Lorcana on Pixelborn, the unofficial online client, which is what we're playing the tournament on in just a moment. Well, an hour. So Mystique obviously a little bit scary with Dracula. But we can try and discard it perhaps with the blade. Not really convinced we want more cards in hand, but they're a Cerebro deck, so we're going to make sure they don't get more cards in hand. Fair flipping play, mate. Quake is so good. What a card. Huge, huge fan. Red Skull, by the way. Red Skull, by the way. Pretty spicy. Because it really does cuck them. But I'd rather play the Red Skull on the last turn, to be fair. So I think we just go for Jubilee this turn. And we go Red Skull Blade on the last turn, right? Red Skull's spicy because it disrupts their Cerebro by buffing up other cards. Yeah. But we'll just save it until the last turn. All very good pulls here. It's Magneto, Gigante, or Ghost Rider. No Cosmo threat because we have initiative. Only 80 more days, I'll finally have Zabu. Oh god, you still don't have Zabu? That's so gross, man. That's actually so gross. I need to make a video talking about that kind of thing. I think it's absolutely disgraceful that the season pass cards stay in Series 5 or 4 for so long. They should still be dropping down to Series 3 after a couple of months. It's the definition of pay to win. I think it's an absolute joke. It makes me very, very unhappy. Make an interview with small bloke. Like, I don't have Miss Marvel, right? I didn't get Miss Marvel. I didn't get Elsa. And the way that the battle pass cards used to work is after 2 or 3 months they would drop down to Series 4, and then after another 2 or 3 months they would drop down to Series 3, and they just stopped doing it with Hitmonkey, and it's an absolute disgrace. It's vile. This game is absolutely disgusting in terms of its monetization policies. I have no issue with the fact they need to make money, but you can't lock a card behind a paywall and then continue for it to be so inaccessible. It's disgusting. It's already grim that they have cards locked behind paywalls, in my opinion, like the season pass cards. But then, like, I kind of accepted it because, you know, give them the benefit of the doubt that, yeah, anyway. Give them the benefit of the doubt that eventually these cards were available for everyone. It's more, but that's how it was before Noir, right? It was before 3 months. Now it's an indefinite amount of time. Like, as Small Black mentioned, he doesn't have Zabu. I think that's absolutely gross. I do not like that one bit. So the question really is, where do we play the Red Skull? We just play it like this, right? Maybe mid is best. It's left or right? It's left or mid. I guess we're already winning the left. Red Skull probably not going to help us win mid, but we can try. So mean. Nice, GG. We Kanged them and then we Red Skulled them just for good measure.
Victory.
Poggers. So yeah, if you guys are just joining us, in 1 hour, we have a Disney Lorcana tournament, which I'm pretty excited for. Playing against lots of higher rankings. Is it still matchmaking based off like a hidden MMR? Probably had a winning play possible if they played Mystique to copy Iron Man. Interesting. Nice one, Noah. Take care, mate. Good to see you, my friend. Invisible Woman, so quite possibly Hela, which Mindscape sounds pretty good for us. They can obviously ramp into Hela. I was really hoping I wouldn't hit Kang at this moment. I wanted to play the Blade here. I guess I can just play the Blade next turn, it's fine. Ghost Rider's the worst pull, by far. We can now, because we don't want them to have it, of course. They also didn't ramp into Hela. So they only have Hela access if they top deck it, which is like 1 in 12.
I am Iron Man.
Imagine we have like the extra energy. That'd be nice. So we also want to give them the least playable hand.
Isn't what you think.
It's important to remember Ebony Blade is going to be given to them as well, right? Still more expensive than Sif, and we get more stats. I don't think we bother with Altar of Death, right?
I am Iron Man.
Enjoy your hand. It's Sif. I mean, maybe it's just this, to be fair, right? It's quite possible it's just this. They don't even have the bluff that they could top deck Hela. So, yeah.
Victory.
Nice early snap. We had the read that with Mindscape, Hela was going to be pretty doomed. Even with the low roll on hitting Ghost Rider, pretty comfortable. At this age, how are the man still hating? A young boy in a different country, but he never been on vacation. One hand on a girl I'm dating, one hand on a cash I'm making. We come through that funky Friday and have all the young man them skating. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Let's go for the old spider. Okay, destroy. I feel like we can almost go next already. Okay, at least we have a curve. Okay, this ghost spider just feeds their null and death, unfortunately. We're actually not looking too bad anymore, I have to say.
Enough said.
They don't know how many points they're going to need, which is why I've gone for Dracula into Cosmos. I think it's a pretty calculated decision. Interesting decision on if we go right or left. Oh, sorry, mid or right. I'm going to go mid. Is there nothing better than Marvel Snap right now? I'm really enjoying Snap. We're playing Decent Lorcana in 50 minutes as well. A tournament for Decent Lorcana. I do love a bit of competitive card gaming. I'm also enjoying Rune Terror at the moment. There's lots of cool stuff out. That's a pretty weak turn.
Oh, snap.
We might just go Jubilee Zabu here. For the sake of the Dracula. And hopefully hit the Magneto off tubes, but I don't know, we'll see. I'm actually quite happy with the retreat from them here because our hands are a little bit awkward. Giganto off to the left looks pretty terrible. We would wager they probably don't try and fight the Dracula. They're scared of it, but of course we know that it's actually pretty pants. Yeah. I'm pretty happy with just this one cube Kang victory. I actually secretly think Kang is insane. I'm going to throw it out there. Let's see if we can get a nice split on a different Magneto variant. I want a nice split on Baby Magneto. Or do we go for the Jim Lee Magneto? I don't really like this one that much. I like the Baby Magneto quite a lot though. Let's go for a split. Come on, the boys and gals. Infinity. You cannot say Marvel Snap is free to play. Bad take. Maybe if your background's in Hearthstone. Jim Lee Magneto's clear, you reckon? I'm not that into it. Oh, you are free to play, right. I understand what you mean now. Wow, a rare Yondu avatar. Just what I always wanted! Hello. Do it! I'll do. We'll take though. We'll take that. I haven't got a crackle in a long time. Did they become more rare, the crackle effects? Is Kazar bundle good value? I don't know. Chat? I did actually get a card from a reserve today called Master Mold, but this was because I didn't have it before and it's now Series 3. The Hood. Maybe we should start filling up the right in anticipation of a potential Annihilus. Ooh. So it looks like a lockdown deck with the hood though. That would be kind of weird. Well. Feeling pretty confident, to be fair. Okay.
Aid my hand.
Okay, I'm kind of scared. Not gonna lie. Ay, 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 ay. This card draws poopy. Opponent's deck is interesting. Kind of liking the look of it. Kind of like the look of it. Am I getting vipered? What? What the hell? Okay, thank God. Life incoming? No, do not. I mean, Life would lose still. Life was losing to Kang. Kang would still beat it somehow. And that's a game we would have retreated if it wasn't for Kang, right? But Kang just gives you those games where your opponent doesn't have the card that you think they might have and you just suddenly win. Either because they like it. They think you're going to respect it, or because they just retreat. Honestly, the deck is feeling very good. Is Marvel Snap paid to win? A little bit. I would say so. Why is everyone getting mental about a Pokemon game from Wish? I want to try it. Has anyone been playing it? Is it good? Should I play it? I could buy it and we could play it. We could play it tomorrow on stream. It does look kind of up my street. I'm not gonna lie. I do love a bit of Pokemon. So Blade is probably just better here because it guarantees the Infinite. Maybe just take the Sif to be fair. We take the Sif because I can combo Blade more easily later. And even if I miss it, I can just go... I was going to say I can just go Blade Ghost Rider this turn. That's not exactly true though, is it? Well... The concern here really is that our hand is pretty empty. So maybe Blade into nowhere was actually secretly better. If I draw Kang now, I'm going to play it to draw cards. Red Skull's not a bad find, I would say. I guess we could just leave it in hand. It's only if we hit Giganto I get punished, because I can play... So if I draw Jubilee, I play Bang Bang. I'm just going to bank on drawing Jubilee. The odds are I do. And if I don't, I can just run. I only have flipping one card in hand, bruv. 2 cards in hand. We'll just put Kang down the middle, guys. Anyone see any problems with that? Or is that going to be okay? So I think we put Kang in the middle. The reason we go in the middle is because if they have Alioth, they can't Alioth our Kang in nowhere, right? So we go Kang down the middle. Right, guys? Got him. It was a joke! It was a joke. I'm hilarious. Did you quit Gwent permanently? I don't know if I would have quit Gwent permanently. I'm not... I kind of thought about checking it out a bit again. Come on the Jubes. Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Oh. Look at that. No cards left in deck or hand. Kang, hand, dump is the motive. Look at that. No cards in deck or hand. All 3 locations won. What a deck, mate. What a deck. We've got like 6,000 ranks in an hour and 40. Now queue into mill. If only it were a real thing. If flipping only, mate. Hi Janken, what's up? Thanks for follow. Oh my god, just what I always wanted. You cheeky little grubber muffin. Kind of ready to go next. Wait, this draws me 1 cost cards? This is actually good? Oh my god. Guys, I forgot about that. I'm not going to lie. Damn. I thought Mindstone was still just drawing me stones. I actually didn't realize that it draws you specifically 1 cost. When did that change? And was that considered a nerf? I guess it was considered a nerf, right? Why would they play Lockjaw in Shuri's lab? Are they stupid?
Oh, snap.
I think they might be stupid. Yeah,
Victory.
I think they might be a little bit stupid. GG. Alright guys, 40 minutes. I'm really enjoying the game actually at the moment. Lots of fun decks. Lots of creative deck building possible. I'm starting to run out of ideas though. We did Lockdown Electra yesterday. We did Move Dagger. We've got this now. Need to come up with something else. Sanctum is bad for us, that's for sure. We don't have any way of getting stats in there. Looks like they won't either with Black Knight. I don't think it's typical to play anything which can get into Sanctumorium. Magneto's definitely interesting into the right as well. Lockjaw. Curious. I'll take you up on it. Why not? Have you tried Gwent since Balance Counter took over, mate? Yeah, I have a little, but not in the last month or two. I do want to give it more of a try. I'm definitely interested. I'm feeling kind of confident. Maybe I shouldn't though. Oh, they might be Hella, right? They're probably Hella. Hella, 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 Hella. Yes! That went great, I'll be honest. Shh, this hand, bro. This hand ain't it, chief. We're always Kang snapping here. We're seeing if we can pull Magneto, because that... Okay, cool. Kang just wins us games. We weren't actually confident at all here, but... This is the classic turn 6 Kang snap for an easy win. Rally Cry snap tournament, maybe. I haven't played in a snap tournament in a long time. I could be down. Is it one like Lammy's involved with? I could be down for a snap tournament. Why not? I do love a tournament. Speaking of which, 30 minutes until we're playing a Disney Lorcana $1,000 tournament. Very excited. Very excited to get absolutely wrecked by Steel and then drop 0-2. Let's hope not. Dr. Octopussy. Oh, Dr. Octopussy is actually a deck I want to play. We'll maybe do this tomorrow. Dr. Octopus control of some sort. I love this card. Probably a bit power crap though. Probably, it was never great in the first place, was it? Especially Cosmo will elevate the quality of the tournament. Thanks. I definitely do love a bit of casting. What a curve we've had this game. 300 first place. Nice one. Thanks, Colin. Yeah, I could be down. What day of the week is it on next week? Gek. Sarah hit monkey. Yeah. Okay, it's on Saturday. I'll probably be down by then, yeah. Thanks for the heads up. Unfortunately, I'm not a believer in Hitmonkey actually being that good. It's definitely something we could play, but I also want to have good decks, right? And I'm not really convinced that Hitmonkey is where it's at, but it's definitely worth trying. It's an interesting shout. They're feeling pretty confident with Forge Deadpool, I would imagine. New York is not a location I like. We also don't want Black Knight in Mojo World because of Killmonger. Was the last competitive snap you did where you waited an hour and a half for a game and then turned your computer off while hitting the table after a disgusting loss? Yep. That was it. Pretty sure. Good times. Great memories. Shoot. I forgot I had Kang in hand, not gonna lie. I forgot it was gonna work like that. I thought it was always hitting Red Skull. Well, we have Kang on 6 with Ghost Rider. Oh dear. Oh dearie dear. Yo, Hannah, thank you so much for the raid, mate. Hope you had a lovely stream. Welcome in everyone from Hannah's stream. We are Kang Gaming. Unfortunately, we kind of done goofed by discarding my Kang this game, so So the threat's Taskmaster. I don't think we're staying, but we have Kang secretly hidden. So we of course snap. We have a secret Kang. Is Kang actually good? Kang is actually good. This deck is the best discard deck I think you'll find. I'm pretty sure. Hela's also up there, right? But and Kang belongs in the deck. I've always been a big believer of Kang in Dracula hand dump because it gives you less cards in hand, which improves the odds of your Dracula. Also, Kang is just inherently better when people don't expect it, and no one expects it right now. So we're getting so many like retreats of people just being scared. And also, there's no Alioths, there's no Cosmos. Also, Blob doesn't exist anymore, so Kang was like really bad in this deck the last couple of seasons as well because you just wanted to play Blob because of how many big cards you have. So it's finally time for the return of Kang. I'm feeling really good about it. We've climbed a ton with this deck. I haven't actually looked at the exact stats. But in like an app... Yes, see, Kang value! It's just giving us wins. Kang is probably secretly... Oh, I think Kang is so good, mate. I've always been a believer. Let's take a look at the stats. Kang is just increasing the win rate of this deck so much. I don't even think it's possible to underestimate. Like, the cube rate, not so much, right? Because it's just like... It's not often giving you like big cube victories, but what it is giving us is a huge spike in win rate. So here's how the deck is looking in terms of statistics. We're chilling at a 63% win rate. Not quite as good as 86%, mind you. Ooh, what a deck! This is on my YouTube channel tomorrow, ladies and gents. The flipping Electra Lockdown. We got infinite with this. But yeah, we're looking good. We also have lost quite a few 8-cubers. Pretty impressive stats. Kang is a turn 6 1 cube stealer. It is, but if you think about it, that you're not stealing 1 cube. That's a big difference, right? We would have just retreated probably for 1 cube there, so it's actually a 2 cube difference. Well, Kang is a big bad, so they said Kang is never going to drop out of Series 5, in fairness. Guys, from my stream, if you don't know Hannah, really great Marvel Snap stream, I definitely recommend you check her out. The Collector. Rip. Missed the curve this game, unfortunately. Probably helps most people have forgotten Kang exists. Exactly, it does. There's never been a better time to Kang, for real. And it actually makes sense in this deck. Alioth's no longer around. Blob is no longer a thing. There's not many Cosmos. The deck Kang has always made sense in is Dracula hand dump. And I like Kang even when it doesn't make sense, to be completely frank. So if it makes sense, you best believe I'm flipping playing it. Let's go Dracula here. Because it's unlikely we're going to actually be able to guarantee Dracula hitting anything good. But it's a threat. We could have gone Jubilee, perhaps, to try and... either of the discards were good. I think it was actually Jubilee, right? Everything but Zabba was good here. Hi, only here because of this clickbait title with Kang. Bro. I mean, sounds like what you're basically saying is you think my title is doing its job. It's bringing new people to the stream. That is the point of a title, but calling it clickbait is actually triggering me. I'm actually triggered. Good job. Can I ban you? You're here? No, I'm going to ban you. Good job. Mods? 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 Can we ban? No, don't. No. No, but can we actually? I should have played Jubilee last turn. Relax, this was a joke. Okay. You keep winking at me, I'll wink at you. Stop turning me on. No, chat. Stop winking at me. Chat, stop doing that. I don't like it. You're making me uncomfortable. Stop it. Quite an impressive little deck they've got here. Guys, my head is hurting. What is happening? Guys, my head is hurting. What is happening? Oh, okay. Hello. Easiest snap of my life, mate. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we got him. I think they're scared of the Kang. I think they don't want it. They don't want it, chat. They don't want it. Kang also really nice against bounce because there's so much going on that my head hurts. So we can at least kind of see what's going on here. They're really considering running. Maybe they're considering snapping back. I would probably snap back if I was them. But they're scared. They don't know what's going on. They're shooketh. They don't know the Dracula value. Come on, Kang. Come on, Kang. Come on, Kang. Kang is so good, guys. Kang is definitely the most underrated card in the game. Like, so many good players think Kang's bad. And I'm just like, how? Especially now Chavez got nerfed. Kang got so much... But Kang is actually so good now Chavez got nerfed. Before, if you wanted consistency, you run Chavez. And Chavez and Kang had anti-synergy. Now Chavez got nerfed. Kang is just better. Because you're drawing it on 5 and 6 so often. But in this deck, you're happy to draw it earlier too. Because it improves the odds of Dracula hitting a good card. Okay, let's see. Forge. Right, chat, remember this. Forge. Nico at 10. Holy moly. Forge. Bear. Kang. Kang. Do we stay? What do we think, ladies and gents? I think probably not, right? I don't think we're too interested in staying.
Time isn't what you think.
Our chance there was Kang just baiting them into running, right? Good job, Kang. I'm happy with how you performed there. I flipping love Kang, mate. What a guy. Alright, chat. Press 1 if you believe in Kang. Press 2 if you don't believe in Kang. Now, When I say believe in Kang in this deck. Do you think Kang is optimal? Press 1 if you think it is. Press 2 if you think I'm tripping. Let's see. 1 for optimal, 2 for I'm smoking something weird. From what I saw, 1. Oh, baby. Look at all these ones. Problem with Kang is it's bad for ladder spamming. Yeah, but that's honestly not a big deal at this point. Let's snap. We'll take the Sith at this point. Yeah, the Patriot's nice, isn't it? I'm taking the Sith because, Ghost Rider. If I top that Ghost Rider, it just gives me a better curve. Let's go for the Jubes. We could Jubes into Ghost Rider. That's fine. Not super happy with that. Oh, the Mobius is stopping me. Rip. I think we're losing, aren't we, to be completely frank? Oh my days, Lammy with the huge raid! My boy! You're about to see Kang win us cubes, Lammy. I don't think you are. I think our opponent's staying. Lammy, what's up, bro? Okay, Lammy. Lammy, you are the ultimate man to ask this question, okay? I need you to answer this question very carefully, Lammy. Is Kang optimal in this deck? And before you say no, Lammy, I see you typing. I see you flipping typing right there, my friend. I know what you're up to. Hear me out, okay? Hear me out. It's Dracula hand dump, right? So if we draw Kang, turns 1 to 4. He is giving us 1 less card in hand, which improves the odds of Dracula hitting a big card. Of course, if we hit Kang turns 5 to 6, it's just broken because you have an 11 card deck. Also, Chavez doesn't exist anymore. Chavez and Kang had anti-synergy, so Kang became better because now we can't play Chavez in every deck, so we play Kang. Not in every deck, but in this one.
Live from the Daily Bugle.
There's my TED Talk. I think I said all I need to say. Oh, no, I forgot. What about the meta-breaking Selene? Kang is anti-Selene. Okay, now I'm on copium. Welcome in, everyone. Great to see you all. Hope you're good. If you're new here, my name's Spessy. I was streaming Marvel Snap a lot in the beta and in the first kind of 6-7 months of the game, but I've been on a big break from it, but I'm getting back into the swing of things. Let's go back to better times where we both loved old Chavez. Agreed, mate. Agreed. I have to say, actually probably my favorite change coming back to Snap after a bit of a break is that Chavez did get nerfed so heavily, I have to say. Because she was just too good to put in so many decks. And one thing I wish Snap I could do more is like spend more time in the deck builder optimizing. So the fact that there's suddenly a whole extra card to put in the decks, I don't hate it, honestly. I don't completely hate it. So I guess we just slam the Jubilee. It's taking up a lot of space. So we could go for the Blade, of course. Gives us like a big Ebony Blade instead. There's a lot of bad stuff to hit off Jubilee. Let's just go for the Blade. Be a bit boring. Yeah, agreed, Lammy. For me, actually, I have to say, I really like the fact that, as I say, that I'm not putting Chavez in every deck anymore. And I suddenly have a 12-card deck. It makes a pretty big difference to the amount of different cards you can play. This can't have its power lowered, right? So let's put it where the Cyclops is now. Oh, wait. They don't know. They don't know. We have the cage. So we're going to play the cage at the last possible moment. We have a Ghost Rider 2 onto Red Skull. Not exactly what we're looking for, is it? So maybe we're just playing cage now. In fairness. Interesting. The Jubes could also hit Kang. We should bear in mind. The Jubes could hit the Kang, which I don't feel great about, but it's most likely to hit, in terms of it could hit the Sith. I think we just slam the Jubilee. Nice, that's what we were looking for. Now, we don't have Dracula, so we don't even need to Kang this game if we don't want to. I think there's not really any reason not to, right? We're not scared of Cosmo, for example. We may as well Kang still, just in case they run. And just to see exactly what kind of play they have up their sleeve. So, the Luke Cage is resetting a bunch of power mid. So we're winning mid. The Ghost Rider's putting Red Skull to the right, which isn't that good, but it'll get us there. Luke Cage is only one location? Oh god, guys, thank you so much for that heads up. I am blissfully unaware. Blissfully unaware. Oh dear. It's been a while. Aye, so we're losing? Unless they randomly play the Hulk to the left now. Right? If they randomly play the Hulk to the left, this should beat them. How many points was on the Hulk? Shit! I was literally losing. It was 18 and it buffed afterwards. Okay, this was just a calamity on my part. Kang was good, guys. Do you know what wasn't good? Me. This is some terrible gameplay, but never mind. So we're at 14k. For context, as you can see, apparently I suck at the video game. But for context, I've hardly played in months and months. Since the ladder came out, I don't think I got above 10k, but we're going to charge our way up there. Also, to let everyone know, unfortunately, with so many Snap viewers, I would kind of love to continue streaming at this moment in time. Some more Snap. But we are going to be switching to a competitive tournament with a $1,000 prize pool in 15 minutes. But it's in a different card game. It's actually in a physical card game called Disney Lorcana. You might have heard of it. It's the new Disney card game. But there's what you might not know is there's an unofficial free-to-play client called Pixelborn, which is brilliantly done. And we are going to be playing online tournament on Disney Lorcana in 15 minutes time. So I'll explain to you exactly how the game works. If you're interested in getting Pixelborn, the Discord is here. Okay, so we've got the Dracula or the Jubilee. Jubilee has Black Knight Blade, Sith. I don't like the idea of the Blade or the Black Knight particularly, so I think let's just take the old Dracula for now. It's a big dude. There's quite some ramp. Actual Hulk gamer, so it was going to hit the Sith. I guess it's just Jubilee. Having said that, if we go Sith now, I could go Jubilee Ghost Rider on last turn, which is probably more surprise points. Let's go through it. So we just probably don't even compete for the right. But Ghost Rider actually does get us there, doesn't it? Oh no, Ghost Rider moves. So Ghost Rider doesn't get us there by 1. Unless we fill up the left. So we could go... We snap because we have Kang. Let's see what they got. So Jubilee can hit Magneto, Blade, or Black Knight. The Jubilee's not looking great, truth be told. But we do still have Dracula to the left, let's not forget. It's a lot of hidden points. And this is just, this Kang is just emptying our hand, guys. So this is an example of Kang. Not only is it obviously applying pressure, our opponent might retreat, we get intel, but it's also just improving the odds of our Dracula hitting something big, right? It's improving the odds of it hitting Infinite. And Red Skull. Of course, if we hit Blade, then it's going to be guaranteed Red Skull on the Dracula. So if ever there's a deck for Kang, this is the one. Please no Alioth. Please no! Oh god, imagine it showed up with flipping cards aren't revealed here. Oh my god, I would have cried. And it looks pretty winnable. I think we're in a fine spot here. It's Giganto, so Ghost Rider middle is enough. I'm gonna snap again. We probably just don't go for like a super confident snap. We probably just like wait a little bit on the snap.
Take off.
We actually go Jubilee first, right? Because then, yeah, so it's an interesting one because we can also just win mid here. It's actually a very, very interesting spot we're in. I guess the question is, do we even need Jubilee? Like here? The problem is if I go Ghost Rider here, I don't actually have enough, so I'd also have to Jubilee here. But if I Jubilee here, then the right lane is full, and that is enough to take it if they don't play any cards. I don't really know what to do. I think I'm just leaning towards Ghost Rider down the middle, though. Perhaps we just play both down the middle. Jubilee moves. So then Ghost Rider still pulls something. I think this is the play, right? It's Blade, Black Knight, or Magneto. Blade is the worst because of Dracula. They stay in. They change the play. We might be in trouble. One point. So Jubilee left or Ghost Rider left was winning, right? They mixed up the play. Fair play to them. So that's also, a lot of people would attribute this to like, oh, Kang just cost you that game. But I would very much disagree, right? Like, they just changed their play. And ultimately, what they do, like, okay, Kang, if we didn't play Kang, nah, Kang definitely didn't lose us this game. A lot of people will look at that like, Kang just cost you this game. In this case, Kang obviously added power to my Dracula, right? For starters. And the other thing is, I don't think it's fair to argue because someone changes their play that Kang loses you that game, because someone changing your play can also give you victories of Kang, right? So, the trap is overthinking. Well, I think actually the trap is thinking that there's such thing as overthinking. If that makes any sense. Like, a lot of people be like, oh, well, Kang just cost you that, when it's really not the case, in my opinion. Let's take the Sith. And the snap. They run. Cool.
Victory.
Cool, cool, cool. Send the turn. Thanks, guys, for all the follows. I really appreciate it. If Kang was a huge card and said your odds of hitting a big card are higher, okay. But what card would that be? Because I want it to hit Infinite, right? Which is the highest ceiling. So Kang is increasing the odds of me getting the most points possible. So yes, while your point is true, the odds of me hitting a higher card are better. It's also not necessarily completely fair, right? Nice work on collecting those rank points, Kappa. Thanks, mate. I mean, I haven't been playing, right? I'm a washed-up streamer that doesn't play the game much anymore, so we'll get back there. I don't think it'll be any problem at all for me to get into the top 100 or so. But believe it when you see it. Huh? We'll just snap out of, like, my opponent's probably molding and then they might just run. I don't believe you. Wasn't even good for us. Run away, bro! Please. Please just run away. Surely they run. There's no way they can stay after that. Right? The reason I'm snapping here is because they should run, I would anticipate. And I just get a free cube. I think against a very high level player, this is just a good snap because they run, we go next, we get a cube. Happy days. With Kang in hand, it's maybe not quite as good, but the fact I'm skipping this turn. Okay, sure. Good job on the Asgard, my friend. Good flipping job, my boy. Still looking pretty good. Cosmo threat's gone, so I don't have to worry about getting absolutely Kanged on. I doubt they have a Legion or anything with magic. That is a deck I actually want to try, though. Magic Legion. So we're going to hit Jubilee or Black Knight, which both suck. Hand's actually awkward. The hand is actually awkward. I don't want to like dump down too many of my points right now, so I think it's just Red Skull. They snap, okay, sure. See what they're up to. Is it actually going to be a Legion play? They just skip, sure. It's a really interesting set of decisions we have to make here. I think it's just Red Skull. And basically we're just banking on Dracula being a 50-50 to hit the Infinite on the last turn. We're never playing the Jubilee or the Black Knight. No, we can play the Black... If we hit Black Knight, then it's hitting Infinite. So let's just play the Red Skull. I want to save like my big point plays. Nice. So we'll put the Black Knight here, I suppose. The question really is where do we want to Ghost Rider? I think Ghost Rider middle because it's just big stats. I mean, it's... I think Black Knight here makes the most sense. She-Hulk puts them to 15, 17. So this beats She-Hulk. Get the most points here. Woo! Let's go, baby. What a deck. Victory. Are we starting to believe in Kang yet, chat? Are we starting to believe? Wasn't yesterday the final infinite push? We are infinite already, Trist. We got to infinite yesterday. We're just climbing the infinite ladder now. We were at like 20,100 before we started with this deck. What we're climbing. We have time for one more, and then I'm going to be playing in a competitive Disney Lorcana tournament, which I kind of want to keep snapping with so many viewers, but it is what it is. I'm going to be streaming at this time most days, guys. This is the new schedule. It's working for me pretty nicely, so we'll be back with more Snap. There's a chance tomorrow. Yeah, we'll be back with more Snap tomorrow. I'm doing some commentating a little bit later, but I'll probably just do Snap first, and then we'll just go into the commentating. Yeah, that's not the schedule, Geordie. Ignore that. We changed it. This is working much better for me. I have the mornings to go to the gym and do YouTube video stuff, and then I have lunch, little walk, and then we can go live. Okay, this hand is not the best. Do we even play the blade? I don't really know if we do. I don't think we do. I think we're going to play the blade on 5. I don't want the red skull particularly. So they have a ton of energy, but mid is easily winnable. So we just have to win one other location. So how do we go about doing this? He is inevitable, chat. Apparently. Oh, not the Zabu. Not the flipping Zabu, mate. Kang! Okay. I actually think that might be okay for us. Maybe Copium, possibly. Not really. I think we're losing, guys. They have 1,000,000 energy to play their big bad boy Thanos. Sif was kind of the best hit, but I don't think it does enough for us.
Escaped.
Right, we can play another one still. I haven't been given the game yet. So, we're going to be diving straight into Disney Lorcana shortly, but with a competitive tournament. $1,000 on the line. If I lose my first game, guys, I will drop and go back to Snap. How about that? How about that? If I lose my first tournament game, I will drop and go back to Snap. Good deal? Because it's an absolute slog of a tournament otherwise. I say that, but I could also just host Tia, who's doing the... Oh, bad top deck. Deal? Okay. Okay. We could also just snap in between flipping tournament games because there's big delay. We're giving them not a lot of good stuff, really. I'm going to snap. They snap too? Oh god, I'm actually scared. I'm actually kind of scared now. They got Magneto from us, is that right? Ebony Blade to the left is nice. That's not doing much. Jubes could still be okay. But we'll take the Abomination instead.
It's clobbering time.
Of course it dodges the flipping Ebony Blade, and again. It's important to remember they probably have the flipping Kang here. So I don't really want to run away. But I don't don't really... I mean, I don't hate this. They're going to Kang us. See, Kang is a lot worse when you know it's coming. Right? This also means we don't have any chance of trying to Kang ourselves with Jubilee. That's a weird voice line, bro. I'm not gonna lie. We could also just go here, right? It moves the thing and the Cyclops, puts me ahead. Let's do this. Oh, the Shang-Chi change! The Shang-Chi change! Let's go! They didn't realize. Ah, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Oh my god. Get absolutely dominated, son. We continue to climb. I think we're gonna make a run for the I'm gonna see how high I can get up this season and see if we can get to like the top 100 or so. Maybe it's... I don't know how much the disparity is, but I'm going to be playing a lot of Snap this season. I'm actually really enjoying it at the minute. It's the most I've enjoyed the game for a long time. I need to check if I've got a game, actually. Alright, let's Blade the Infinite, Kappa.
Oh, snap.
Okay, the tournament didn't start just yet. So the tournament as well that I'm playing in, I'm also, if I don't make the finals, I'm going to be casting the finals with my friend Tia tomorrow. Last week we did it, 2 weeks ago we did it on her channel, and we will still do it on her channel, but I'll probably just stream beforehand and then either host her or we both stream perhaps. Dagger is crazy. I actually did a YouTube video, Trist, on Dagger. If you didn't see it, Dagger's very, very good in Phoenix Force in particular. It just gives you that little bit of extra consistency. To be honest, Dagger was good anyway. I think Dagger in bounce is pretty legit. I also just wouldn't be that surprised if Dagger in some kind of like lockdown deck could be a consideration, maybe. I think there's a lot of potential with quite a lot of Dagger related things. So Ebony Blade in Bar Sinister is pretty reasonable. Do we have a card to play this turn? Pretty please. Rip. So this is like where Kang is bad, right? When you could have had something else to play and you don't.
Opponent snapped.
I can definitely see why they've gone for the snap. We could also try to Giganto the left later on. Do we really want to play for this many cubes? I mean, we still have the Kang, so I'm only playing for 2 extra cubes with full intel. If we Jubilee, what we're actually looking for, the Jubilee doesn't look particularly good. The concern is, though, with the Ebony Blade is that it's so easily beatable. We could run. I think running is probably the correct play here, but that's kind of boring. Content first. Yo, Tino, great to see you. Yeah, I mean, I should be running, right? It's a lot of points.
Enough said, bub. Enough said, bub.
Okay, at least none of the Wolverines landed back in bar. But, yeah, I don't really like my chances, to be honest. I think we might be losing. Just a hunch. Well, these are going to lose points, though, if they go in Fisk. They could fill up the left con. Give us something big. Give us a chance. Yeah, no. Not happening. It's all ogre now. Red skull left is nice because it actually might force them to play something like null or death to the left on the last turn. Maybe. Okay, they went for it prematurely. And it's going to be a venom, I suppose. We do have Magneto still, let's not forget, off of Ghost Rider. Leave? I have the Kang. But I have the Kang. Kang will save us, guys. Trust me. Trust me, guys. Kang is saving us. Trust me. We can do it! Look at the Fisk Tower value. The funny thing is, Ghost Rider probably winning. We missed it though. RIP. Ghost Rider was actually winning here. It was pretty reasonable to say. But we lost. They know we've discarded Magneto. You dropped Dracula and Kang for Scar and Warpath? No. That just makes the deck so much worse. I would not advise doing that. The whole point of the deck is it's a Dracula hand dump deck. Ooh, so the other really interesting thing about this Kang play is we now know what... Oh, okay. Come on. No! Wait a second. How's this going to resolve, guys? How's this one working out?
Enough said, bub.
The RNG is working the same, by the way. Like, what we're seeing is what's going to happen the next turn. This is actually relevant.
Enough said, bub.
Oh my god. Oh my god, guys. We're winning. If they go... They're not going to go for the same line. Right? They're not going to go for the same line. So the question is do they fear the Magneto? That's really the big question. Do they actually fear the Magneto? Surely they do. So we're going to stay. They... They go for the same line, not realizing it works the exact same every time. Kang! Kang! They don't know the Kang value, mate. It's gonna work exactly the same. And you guys say Kang's bad. Come off of it, chat. Kang is the new meta. This deck is insane in the membrane. It's actually popped off for us. We climbed so much. We've got like a 70% win rate or something with this deck. It's been ridiculous. I'll pull up the exact stats now as we're about to play our Disney Lorcana tournament.
Enough said, bub.
Absolutely insane. Kang! Kang just got us 12 cubes, guys, because... Oh my god. We would have run. We would have lost 4, but instead we get plus 8, bro. 12 cube Kang. Okay, I'm just going to pull up the win rate of this deck. Before we switch to Disney Lorcana, the tournament. $1,000 tournament, by the way, guys. And I'm going to teach you the game as we go. So I think it's worth sticking around, even if you've not played it before. Again, it's a free-to-play client of the card game. Now, the card game also just announced the World Championships, like the actual... The card game just announced the World Championships. And when I say the card game, I mean like the physical card game, which start in May. Like you can start qualifying in May, so you're definitely not too late if you're like, oh well, I don't want to pick up a new card game just yet. The game is brand new. They just announced the official competitive circuit is coming pretty soon, so it's a really good time to get into the game. And also, my friend Tia is every other weekend hosting these big tournaments with $1,000 prize pool. So it's a really, really good time to get into the game. Again, Pixelborn is a free-to-play client, an unofficial client for the Disney card game. So we're going to be playing. But just to show you guys, before we switch over, the actual stats from the deck. Let's have a look. 59% win rate. Pretty impressive over this many games. Pretty damn impressive. As you can see, also, our lockdown deck yesterday, an 86% win rate with Electra flipping lockdown. Deck guides for both of these are going to be up on my YouTube channel in the next couple of days. So, Disney Lorcana time, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a tournament. Let me check I've actually got a game before we commit to doing this. Yeah, we got a game. So let me just change category. And I'm gonna again, if we lose our first series, we'll probably just go back to Snap, guys. That's the deal. And to be fair, I think in between, because my deck is very quick, I will Oh, I just need to check I've actually got the right list here from the deck that I saved. Let me just check that I have the right list, because I did tweak a few of the ratios. Yeah, I need to drop one of these for an Olaf, is it? Yeah, that's all, I think. One Olaf. Purple. Okay, so I've got 3 minis. I need to drop a mini as well. For what? Three minis, 3 Olafs, 2 Pan Shadow. So what the hell? What? I'm very confused. Oh, Befuddle. Playing 4 Befuddles, which I don't know if I really agree with, but hi-ho. Alright. Wish me luck, ladies and gents. Can you guys see the game? Yeah. Huh? What did it say? No one snipe me, please, and steal my code. I might have messed up. Pairing code. Why is this not working? Alright. We're in. So I'll explain exactly how the game works. The deck I'm playing is an aggro deck, but my opponent is most likely going to be caught off guard. Okay. Looking like we're bugging out a bit here. Let me restart the game. Just having a technical hitch. It's possible because there's so many people all trying to do this at once. That could be an issue, but let's see. Try again. I'm going to keep the YouTube stream going as well. Why not? 55B. I really shouldn't have done this on the stream. 29A. I'll be first. Seems like we're having an issue here. Bear with us, ladies and gents. Bear with us. You won't get stream sniped? I could, but I'm risking it. I don't care enough. I'm speaking with my opponent. We're sorting it out. Yeah, round one can be a bit finicky apparently because it's a bit. We're testing new waters of these tournaments. So my friend Tia, who I know through Gwent, is organizing this, and these are like the first big tournaments on this unofficial client, basically. Here we go. We're good to go. Okay, unfortunately we're going second, which is actually a huge low roll. So this is an official Disney card game, but we're playing an unofficial online simulator of it. So the hand is awful, really, really bad. I hate this hand. I have no 1-drops, no 2-drops. I need to mulligan very aggressively. Probably keep both minis because of how good the card is. If I don't find a 1-drop, I'm going to be so mad because I have so many 1-drops in this deck. Thank God. Whew. Thank God. So it's 60 card decks. In terms of the mulligan, you can replace as many cards as you want. We're up against red and... that's all we see. So we start with 0 mana, and each turn we can gain 1 mana by putting a card in our inkwell. So this Maleficent costs 1, but it's an uninkable card. I can't put it in my inkwell. Same with this Pinocchio. But I could put Pongo in my inkwell, for example. Instead of putting Pongo in my inkwell, I would only get... he costs 4 to play, but bear in mind, you only get 1 ink. I'm going to put Olaf into my inkwell. And I now have 1 ink, also known as mana. So I can play my Maleficent. Now, the objective of a game of Disney Lorcana is to get to 20 lore. The lore is this number here. This card here quests for 2. So it's got bad stats, but it quests for 2. So my deck is very aggressive. And the good news is we're not against steel by the looks of it. It looks like it's Ruby Amethyst, which is the most common meta deck. But my deck should be very good against, in theory. So... another thing to note is you can only quest in this game with cards which... you can only challenge cards which are exerted. So if I quest with my Maleficent here, I get 2 lore, but then their Olaf can attack my Maleficent and it's a really good trade. So instead of that, I'm actually just not going to quest with her. I'm going to ink my Pongo here. And I'm going to play my Pinocchio. Summoning Sickness so I can't quest immediately. Nice aggressive start for us. It's also, most importantly, we've got a good matchup. When I played last week, I had a similar deck, but I couldn't steal both of my early 2 games and got wrecked. Whereas this is a much better matchup for us in theory. This is actually like why I'm playing this deck, because we're against the top meta deck, and I should have a pretty good matchup into this. Going second, it's going to be more of a struggle, but we've drawn pretty well so far. So I'm going to ink the Befuddle. Even though I can do some nice stuff with it, I'm going to ink it. And I'm going to play Mini. And I'm not going to quest again. I'm not scared of any like area of effect cards. I'm waiting to quest with these until I get some bounce cards back. Like LeFou and all this kind of stuff. So I have to wait and see if it happens. So it's not the best start for us. But again, we much prefer going first. But Minnie Mouse has evasive, so only other evasive characters can challenge her, so she should pop off for us. Olaf's a really nice draw because it's just a card we want to put into our inkwell. I'm going to slam the Mini. Now the next question is, do we go for another Mini? We could go for Mini, we could go for Pongo, We could go for the go. I mean, we never go for the mini. It would always be the Pongo. But instead of doing the Pongo, what we could do, interestingly, is go Sorcerer's Spellbook. But I think I'm actually just going to take the Pongo at this point. We could consider questing with these at this point because Pan Shadow. Sorry, not Pan Shadow. Dragonfire. But if they Dragonfire one of our cards this time, we don't really care. 7 ink is where we start getting scared of their cards because they have a card called Be Prepared, which can wipe the board. So I think we still take the mini for now. Probably. Maybe it's spellbook time. Ooh, double spellbook's really enticing. They're also questing pretty aggressively, so we're always going to do this. Probably time. So now the question is, do we go for another mini? Or do we go for a spellbook? And I think I'm actually just going to start the spellbook. It's guaranteed lore per turn. The other thing I could consider doing is inking the mini here at this point to try and like get a little bit more lore, but let's just do this. So they have to remove some of our cards here because right now I'm questing for a total of 9. The concern here is Lady Tremaine is a really good card for them. Lady Tremaine forces me to destroy one of my cards here, which is why I could have considered going Merlin, but I think Spellbook was always better. Get in, they missed the Tremaine. That's really, really good for us. I think we should be winning. What we have to see here is, do they have enough lore to get to 20 this turn? And I don't think they will. They still need to ink a card this turn, and then they can get to... Okay, so we're questing for 4. But yeah, we just keep questing. They can't quite get here yet. Be Prepared does remove both Merlin Goats, actually, so they're at 17 with Be Prepared. Woo! Let's go, baby! I think... Let's go. They give up. Woo! Let's go. Let's go, chat. Come on. That is a very good omen if we're winning this, going second. It's a best of 3, by the way. I'm just going to go for a quick wee. It's a best of 3. The most important thing is we flipping dodge steal in the opening round, bro. Come on. Let's go. Yeah, so again, bear in mind, the average game of Lorcana is a lot longer than that. I am playing the most aggressive deck in the game. They go first this time. And then if we lose, we go first on the final game. Okay, we have the Olaf, which is nice. It's a little bit of a better opening hand than the previous. Still not the most amazing. Double Arthur is probably worth keeping, though. We can drop a Befuddle, but also Befuddle's decent for ink. I actually don't hate the hand. We could consider keeping it. Gonna drop one befuddle. Controversial. Very controversial, actually. Probably wasn't a good decision. Should have kept it. Just ink it. It's a bad top deck for later, so mulliganing it away doesn't really make any sense. I think it was a bad decision to mulligan it. I didn't see what they inked there. Any shouts in chat? They open with Olaf. We actually find the Maleficent, which is huge. So I'm actually able to ink the Maleficent. So this mulligan technically worked out for us in the end because it just put stuff a little bit further into the deck. Olaf was still an option because it could have quested here and still survived, but Maleficent is just questing for 2, and we can bounce her back with Arthur. So we could play LeFou this turn to bounce back to ready the Maleficent, but we're not going to do that. Is this the best use of the Merlin draw power, do you think? Which one, sorry? So now the question is, what do we ink? Befuddle is still quite tempting on their Madam Mim, but everything else is better, so I'm going to ink the Befuddle. And now we have the option of going, we could quest with Maleficent and then LeFou, which readies it, meaning it can't be challenged again. But instead, I'm going to be going for the Pinocchio, and I'm just not going to quest for the moment. So we're as aggressive as you can possibly be at this moment in time. We have a card that quests for 2 and a card which quests for 3, which is the most aggressive curve possible. And we've got Arthur coming in soon. We'd love like an Olaf or a Befuddle off the top here. It's just a cheap card to ink. Fan the Flames is one of those kinds of cards, but I think I might actually prefer to ink the Pongo here. I'm not going to be able to get Pongo down for a long time with the cards that I currently have. So I go for the Arthur. I'm not going to quest yet because their Mim and their Minnie Mouse can just trade into these really efficiently. And what we can do with cards like LeFou and Fan the Flames is we can ready our characters. So that's why really we're playing red. We get access to this Minnie Mouse, but we also get access to these cards like LeFou and Fan the Flames, which are particularly powerful with Arthur. I also cut all the card draw. I'm not playing Merlin Rabbit. I'm not playing Friends on the other side or the 3-cost Maleficent. I don't care about card draw. And that's why like the decks I'm going to be building are just going to be better than pretty much other people, because other people are going to be like, oh, Friends on the other side and Merlin Rabbit are really good cards, and they are insanely good, but in this deck we just don't care. Olaf can go. Now we quest with both of these. Let's just think this through. We would love to get the Arthur down, the other Arthur down. So is it possible we only quest with one of them, for example? We could go LeFou. We're always readying Arthur afterwards. So we could go LeFou and then save the Arthur, but I'd prefer to go Arthur and Fan the Flames. It's more aggressive. Double Arthur is probably GG. So let's quest with Pinocchio. Let's Arthur bounce the Pinocchio back. And then we go other Arthur and we Fan the Flames. And then we just don't quest with Maleficent just yet. It's so good! It's so saucy, chat. This deck is insane. No one is playing this. Someone did win Tia's tournament last week with a similar list, which I've optimized. Probably like 14, 15, 16 cards difference. But no one's respecting aggro because it's so bad into steel, but it's not quite as bad into steel as people think. The key thing for us really that we're trying to achieve is dodge, avoid the flipping steel. Early on, especially. So the fact that we've queued into the top meta deck and we're just absolutely sourcing it up is a really, really promising sign. I think this deck's insane. Might be the best deck in the game secretly. Teeth and Ambitions is a really good card for them here because they're able to remove my Maleficent. But we also don't care that much. It is a little bit of a problem for us because I don't have anything to bounce back now. So Merlin Goat off the top would be pretty interesting. Minnie Mouse. Very interesting. I guess we just go Pinocchio. Bounce the Pinocchio. LeFou the Arthur. Do we ink anything here? I'm not sure if I played this one perfectly. I think it was fine. This Teeth and Ambitions has kept them in the game here, that's for sure. Do we ink? I think we do. I think we ink Minnie. I think she's too expensive for us to reasonably be playing at this point. So the Arthur's going to die. Remember, we're going second. We don't massively expect to be winning when we go second. So Teeth and Ambitions had a big impact on it. Bouncing the Pinocchio back felt rough. Like I had to play it to bounce it. I don't know if that was optimal. Maybe I had to play something, right? I don't know if I played that time perfectly, though. They're very, very close to being able to win here. The other concern is Lady Tremaine, but they don't have it quite, which is great news for us. I think we're living to fight slightly another day here, but it's looking pretty damn tricky, to be completely frank. No source for a spellbook hasn't helped us. We could have done with spellbook a bit sooner. But the big why I celebrated so much is we won a game going second, which is not easy to do. Our deck is probably the deck in the game where you want to go first the most. So they're questing for 9. Now, the concern is if they have a goat in hand or a spellbook in hand, we will just lose. But we can't really do anything about that, to be frank. So we play the Pascal. We bounce the Pascal. We LeFou. The other threat is be prepared. So we also don't want to overcommit to be prepared, but we still want to be able to threaten to win next turn. So right now, if they don't be prepared, we quest for 4. Let me just play the Pinocchio still. Because of Teeth and Ambitions as well. So we lose to Merlin Goat, we lose to Spellbook. But then it's going to be going into the 3rd game of the series and we're going first. What's the game plan when you do match steal? Basically just quest super aggressively. Try and get to like 15, 16 lore. And then get across the line with Spellbooks and Merlin Goat. Spellbook in particular is insane in that matchup. We might be okay. They're looking for Teeth and Ambitions. They're looking for the goat. But the goat isn't quite enough for them now. They need 2 goats because they sang Frenzy on the other side with Fidget. A goat actually wouldn't get them there. So they're looking for Be Prepared perhaps still. We might be okay here still, chat. They went Friends to search for cards. We might have the 2-0. Can other cards attack other cards? Yes. My yes! Woo! 2-0, baby! They didn't have it. Really unlucky to Ben Gibson. They low-rolled on the card draws there, but let's flipping go. 2-0, going second both times against the top meta deck. Are you dizzy, bruv? Let's go. Okay. 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 I'm going to end the YouTube stream there, guys. If you want to see more DC Lorcana, I am on Twitch. I'm going to be still streaming on Twitch, but I'm going to end the YouTube stream there just because the viewership's dropped, and we're actually about to hit a big break, basically. It's within my interests to end the YouTube stream earlier to keep the average viewership higher, which then YouTube pushes the VOD of the stream more. So thank you guys very much for watching the YouTube stream. If you do want to continue watching us, I am on Twitch right now. Twitch.tv/specimen, as Feldy has very kindly put in there. Thanks so much, YouTubers. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like. I really, really appreciate you hanging out. And I'm also going to be posting a video on the YouTube channel later. It's actually a Hearthstone video, believe it or not. All right, now the